like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Dr. Chad on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's day trading live stream, Wednesday, September 10th. Getting ahead of myself. September 10th. PPI was this morning. S&P's up 35. NASDAQ up 138. Russell is up 5. Dow's up 14. Dow is the least strong. NASDAQ and the S&P both up a little over 0.5%. Gold and silver are up a little bit. They kind of fell after the PPI report. Notes and bonds a little bit green. 10-year yield down 0.5%. Oil up almost 1%. Natural gas down 2%. Soybeans a little bit red. Wheat a little bit green.
Connection
Corn
lost.
a little bit red. I don't know what that noise was. It just came through. Euro and the pound are a little bit green, and Bitcoin's up 2%. VIX, big contraction after the bounce, currently at 14.66, down about 2.5%. Got about 2.5 minutes till the bell. No 1DTE today, no calendars. I'll be doing my BIX and my day trading for the most part. And some potentially some price action iron condors. We do have CPI tomorrow, which is the bigger of the two reports. So I wouldn't doubt if we stay in kind of a whippy price range today. Just kind of waiting for the CPI report, but we'll see what happens. S&P popped up into new all-time highs, 65.65 on the futures. Oracle, big blowout earnings. It's currently up 33%. So for my earnings fly, here was where the expected move was, about 263. And here's where price is, 320. So I had 705 of risk. I'll still make 795, so still over 100% profit on that earnings fly. But I can't imagine it's coming back down into the peak, so most likely we'll just let that expire tomorrow. A little less than a minute till the bell. Biggest movers on the green side, of course, Oracle. CoreWeave is up 9.5%. CoreWeave's been on a little bit of a bump. GME also had earnings. It's up 6.5%. AMD's up. All the chips are up big. Tippy's likey. Got just a handful of red stocks. Google's actually a little bit red. Costco, Amazon's a little bit red. JP Morgan, some retailers. Apple's red. They had their big unveiling yesterday. There is the bell. Hood's up a couple percent. Yeah, the banks are kind of weak. Banks are in the red. Chips are strong. Expected range in SPX today about 22. I didn't catch it right at the open. Looks like 21.9-ish. Yesterday was about 25. Indices dipping out of the gate. CoreWeave bouncing. Goldman is now bouncing. It just went green. Chips are going both directions. AVGO is pushing. SMCI is falling. CoreWeave is really pushing. CoreWeave had that big drop after earnings, and then it kind of bottomed around that 85-ish level, and it's been some pretty decent sized moves to the upside the last few days. AVGO still staying strong. A lot of the other chips kind of pulling back a little bit.
Order filled. Order filled.
Meta coming down. It is red, down over 1% now. Apple falling, down 1.6. Amazon down 1.5%. Netflix into the red now, so some of the big boys coming down. Nvidia's just kind of chopping around. It's still up over 3% with the gap. Tesla's up 1%. Tesla pushing back up, back above pre-market highs. Oracle up 35% now. There's a big healthcare company in Kansas City called Cerner that Oracle bought a couple years ago, so I've got a lot of people who hold a lot of Oracle stock right now that are happy campers this morning. CoreWeave up 17%. Yikes. Thing is pushing. Russell bouncing back above yesterday's high. Russell now the strongest. AVGO still pushing. It's up 6%. New all-time high in AVGO. AVGoGo. Let's see if there's any volume creeping on this second bar. I don't see any stocks with any decent volume yet. AMD is coming down pretty hard. Still up 3% on the gap. PLTR also all downhill since the open. Tesla, big reversal, rejected pre-market highs. Microsoft now going red. Apple's still coming down. Doesn't look like anything's getting close on the volume runner side. Nvidia popped back up. ARM is another chip that's really pushing. ARM and AVGO. And now Nvidia trying to join the bullish chips. AMD not participating. All right, so no volume runners that I could find. Tesla now going red. NASDAQ at lows. Bitcoin through pre-market highs. So Mag 7, except for NVIDIA, looking weak. CrowdStrike. It ticked above yesterday's high, kind of pulled back. Russell just kind of choppy. NASDAQ acting the weakest. S&P kind of in between. NVIDIA and ARM still pushing. AVGO starting to pull back a little bit. PLTR just flushed through pre-market lows, acting like it may want to bounce. Chad got a little piece of MSTR. Yeah, MSTR and coin both popping. Amazon down 2.5% now. Apple down 2%. Meta down. So is the Mag 7 going to drag the market down, or are they going to
Order
get on
partially
board
filled.
and this thing's really going to fly?
Order filled. Order cancelled. Order partially filled.
AVGO's little dip got bought right back up. Now MU's trying to get in the game. SMCI's coming to life. Hood's starting to bounce. Hood and Circle and MSTR all have kind of mighty 90-ish volume on this push. Hood is pushing new all-time highs over 122 bucks a share. Yeah, Oracle up over 40%. CoreWeave now up over 19. Holy moly. Some big movers for the market, just kind of waffling. Hood is getting it. Pushing up towards 123. SMCI dipped back to pre-market highs and bounced right away. I mean, the S&P is still within its first 5-minute range. Hasn't moved. And we got some rippers going on. And NASDAQ is bleeding lower still. SMH, the semiconductor ETF, is only up 0.75%. I mean, all these chip stocks are up huge. Even AMD, which has been acting weak, is still up 3%. All right, S&P kind of popping its head up. Russell popping. NASDAQ might be bouncing. Coin, it's had some decent volume. All 4 bars, and it's getting a big volume bar now.
Order filled. Order cancelled. Order filled.
Well, I mean, I just don't see anything I want to get involved in yet. Circle had a big volume bar and a big push. Bitcoin taking a little pause, pullback. Same with coin and MSTR. and circle and hood. S&P right back down and NASDAQ through lows. SMH back down. Some of the chips pausing a little bit. AMD back down through lows. Montana, I just let those, if I transform something, I just let it expire. So my 1 DTE from yesterday, as long as we hold above 65.25, it'll hit max profit. You could, I mean, if you wanted to just take profits, you could, but my whole thought process behind it is I've removed all risk, and so I'll just let it go. TSM rolling over a bit. SMCI is still pumping. Yeah, that's the trade-off. I think I could have took about $400 in profit at the time. Instead, I transformed for a minimum profit of $200 and a max of $1,200. So about three times the profit on my max and about half the profit on my minimum. That's kind of the trade-off. That's a pretty typical trade-off. Coinbase, MSTR rolling over. Coinbase really rolling over now. Back down to pre-market highs. Hood dipping. I was looking at ARM. It made that straight up push right to that high, that level, right after its earnings announcement. I was looking at a potential reversal to see if these chips are going to start pulling back, but I'm just going to hold off. They're just too strong. CoreWeave still pushing up over 22% now. Well, it would have been nice to participate in a little something something. But I did not see any entries that I wanted to take. Yeah, AMD is acting super weak. So coin was pulled back to pre-market highs, had that big volume bar. Maybe I'll take a little pre-market high in coin. I'm going to do some 330 calls in coin. I'm going to put my order at 365, see if it comes down and hits me. Trying to get the 330 calls. My order's at 365. It's already kind of bounced. I'm not going to chase it. Yeah, coin 2DTE 330 calls. Trying to get filled at 365. I'll move that up to 370. If it can dip back down a little bit. SMCI still pumping. ARMS little dip got bought back up through highs. SMH dip getting bought up. S&P finally breaking a little bit out of its little consolidation. NASDAQ bouncing. Russell at highs. Bitcoin's little dip getting bought up a little bit. MSTR's dip's getting bought up. Getting close to getting filled in coin. I'm going to go 375. All right, there we go. Filled in coin at 375. Right at pre-market highs. Banks are pushing up. PLTR big bounce, ARM big bounce. Tesla staying green, Microsoft big bounce off the bottom to get back in the green. Wow, really big bounce at ARM. Good no trade on that reversal. AVGO dip and push back through highs, all-time highs. Coin is not holding very well. The one thing I don't like about this coin trade is it was a failed volume runner, right? It had to push, big volume, and then reversed back down below that level. But we'll see if we'll give it a chance, see if it wants to bounce here. Pop back above the level. Big bounce in PLTR. Flushed pre-market lows and ripped. Tesla pushing. Trying to get back up to yesterday's high. Nvidia's dip getting bought up. Microsoft flushed yesterday's lows bouncing. Meta flushed yesterday's lows, little bounce. So a couple really good reversal type trades in Microsoft and PLTR. Bitcoin trying to get back up to highs. I need coin to follow. S&P pushing, trying to get back up to the PPI data highs, which would also be all-time highs.
Order filled. Order cancelled. Order cancelled. Order filled. Order partially filled. Order filled.
No follow through in coin. You can see that little bounce getting pushed back down. Arms push, getting pushed back down. Nvidia's bounce, getting pushed back down. Tesla. Amazon's still bouncing. Goog's still bouncing. Netflix still bouncing. Coin's still holding, but no bounce yet. A lot of the chip stocks pausing. PLTR's bounce kind of rolling over now. Coin dipping again. Circle rolling over. Goldman, JP Morgan still pushing. So I'm going to need coin to pop back up here, otherwise I'm going to cut it. Got a couple minutes left on this bar. I'd like to see this bar out, but it's starting to get a little dippy. Bitcoin's still kind of holding. MSTR definitely holding up better. Goog pushing through highs, pushing through yesterday's high. Almost up to pre-market highs. All right, coin, you got less than a minute to show me what you got. Circle all the way back down to pre-market highs and yesterday's high. All right, got my order ready to cut coin here. See what it does initially.
Order filled. Order cancelled.
S&P still bouncing.
Order partially filled. Order filled.
All right, first move is back up on coin. Giving it a few seconds here. Bitcoin's not moving. So I'm starting to dip here. Hang on. All right, I'm going to cut. Filled at 288. Goog is ripping. Just all up from the bottom. Goog new all-time highs. CoreWeave finally rolling over. It was up like 25%. Now it's only up 17%. Apple through lows. The street did not like their unveiling yesterday, I guess. All right, I'm going to jump off the stream here. Don't see anything. Big bounce in Netflix off yesterday's low. Don't see anything I'm interested in jumping in at this point. If I see anything interesting, I will post in the chat. Otherwise, I will see you all in Power Hour. Cheers.